It'll work. We're cooking. We're cooking with gas now, my friends. The Rawhide arrived today. I believe I ordered six sets. So combination of 6 painted paddle bows and mollies contained within this package. Oh my goodness, what do we have here? We have working this Osage bow down to the back, working carefully around those knots right there, and I've got this one that I just need to go down to the target ring on, split from a wider stave, and I was able to get two bow staves, individual bow staves out of this one. Simple matter of looking at this wide piece of Osage and thinking, I can get 2 bows out of there, and I'm not going to just split it, so I don't want to like ruin it. You know, there's always that thing that you can get 1 easily out of it, maybe 2 if you're very careful. I just took my chainsaw, and ran it down the center, and that gave me a good start for splitting, and so all worked out well. What else? A few notes. This isn't going to be like a build along. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff to do. Merry Christmas, because of Merry Christmas. Got to clean the house because we're going to have some people checking on our kitty cats and stuff while we're gone. So it's just going to be like a day trip, so no big deal. But I have like concerns. There's on both of these running down. I haven't hit the target ring yet, but in the heartwood still, there's splits running into it. Hopefully as I work down, those splits will disappear. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm sure I'm overreacting. There's splits in there, but that'll be fine. Look at this big beast of a log. This is a note. Now you may go out and gather your own wood, and you'll get like these big loggy pieces right here. And suppose you're not going to get to splitting them into staves right away, which makes, unless it's elm, a very stable drying kind of a thing. Elm, treat it like what I'm going to talk about this. The first with Osage, and probably just about any other wood, is take the bark off of it. Don't just let it dry with the bark on, because you can still get bugs in it. Not strictly an issue with Osage because you're going into the heartwood, and so the bugs can work their way underneath the bark without damaging the heartwood, but it's always a good thing to take the bark off. Another thing, pretend that this is elm. If you're going to go and get a split or an elm tree, you cut it. And I talked about this before, but it's very important because some people in Europe too like to work with elm. Is if I was to take this log, peel the bark off it, split it into individual bow staves, when they dry, they're going to propeller twist. I mean, elm just does that. And so the best way to do that is being patient. And I would have handled this the same way. Is take your chainsaw, your saw de la chain, and rip it from stem to stern down to the center. And so when it dries, it'll open up, it'll control the split, it'll control any warping or twisting in this thing. It'll dry a lot slower, but it'll dry surely and it'll dry stably. Just ripping it from top to bottom, down to the center, and then just forget about it. When you remember it a year or 2 later, it'll be cured, it will be stable, so when you split it in individual bow staves, it won't warp. And it will control the splits, because I'm sure there's bark on here, and I can see where it's split in some areas. Those splits would have been contained. It wouldn't split all over, it would just open up. And so we'll see. This is about 7 feet long. What's that translate into? 84 inches, there and abouts. Half of that is 42 or so, in the realm of horse bows. And so do I make wasting this part, which you know isn't necessarily a waste, make long bows out of this, or split this, or cut it in half, and have authentically length horse bows. And I bet you, if I went the horse bow route in this, being precise when I do this, there's probably 20 horse bows in this log. So this might be the winner of horse bows, gull-wing horse bows in Osage. I think I might take that route. But apparently by how long it took for that rawhide, I either have to order a bunch of it right away or else not do as many PBs and Molly's rawhide back because of various factors going on with the rawhide. That's all. The next is bonus. Things are going well here at home, health-wise. Discovered a doctor that uses this thing called PEMF. It's like this highly charged magnetic field that pulses 5 pulses per second, and it's been working wonders. I'm not going to get into any more detail on that, but the difference has been like night and day, so that is good. If you're curious about it, maybe I'll talk about it more in depth, but I gotta go, gotta clean the house. Have a good one.